Why is he silent or not reaching out to you? But first, let's have a look. Who is he? I would say that potentially he is a fire sign, so that's Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, but not necessarily. He might have certain fire sign qualities in his personality. He's someone who is very competitive. He also is very possessive and jealous as a person. He's very fiery, very energetic, very ambitious. He needs to, achieve all his goals because otherwise he feels stuck. And he also needs to have a dynamic lifestyle, so he might be quite adventurous. Okay, why is he silent or not reaching out to you? Okay, first of all, he's obsessed with you, right? He's obsessed with you and he's not reaching out to you, yeah, because he's trying to reject this connection. He's trying to reject his feelings, his emotions, and he's trying to reject how deep he feels for you, okay? And he is trying to detach. He's trying to seek some peace, nah? So he's trying to, kind of like be in his male cave. He's trying to reflect. He's trying to detach. He's trying to find some sort of balance because he feels internally strongly destabilized by you being in his proximity. Like he feels emotions for you, right? He feels emotions for you. He sees you both as a couple, yeah? So we have the Queen of Pentacles, we also have the King of Pentacles. He feels fire. He feels desire for you. He also feels love. He feels like he wants to express how he feels, but at the same time he just feels like he is being the obsessed one, and he doesn't want to be in this kind of like under your control, if that makes sense, under your emotional control. So he's trying to reject this connection before A, you can reject him, and B, before he can completely lose himself, because he feels like your relationship is consuming him completely, and he sees this relationship actually as something that can be very, very long term. It can be something very stable. It can also be something that is of substance, and he wants to date you. He wants for you to be a couple, but at the same time he just feels like this is not the right time and he needs a little bit more time. He's trying also to play for time, so you might also notice that he's trying to delay certain things. He's trying to kind of like keep you waiting because he's trying to play for time, and he while he's playing for time, he is kind of like building himself because he wants to be at least on the same level as you. And he's also at the same time, he is kind of like reflecting and trying to like take a pause and like regulate his emotions and feelings, because sometimes after certain interactions with you, he just feels destabilized. He needs to decompress. Essentially, he feels strong desire for you. He feels like he wants to be in your proximity. He wants to be with you. He wants to conquer you like strongly. He wants you to be with him. Like he might be saying in his head sometimes, you're mine, you are not going anywhere. And you might also notice that sometimes when you are pulling away, he's like running after you, because this is just like how he feels. And I would say that yeah, he has feelings for you. He feels like you're not only completing him, making him feel whole, you are also, very hot, very passionate, and he really likes this about you. He sometimes, feels like he cannot control himself because like his body language is giving him away. Like he wants to touch you, and he might try to, intentionally or like non-intentionally touch you, hug you, or when you are kind of like leaning back, he's like leaning in because he's like, I need you, so there's very strong physical attraction. I would even say addiction. Like he's addicted to you, and he feels like you are controlling him completely. Like he cannot stop thinking about you. He also cannot stop feeling for you. Like he in your presence, he loses all his cool, all his like nonchalant appearance. He still tries to be nonchalant, yeah, but he's like, he cannot control himself. And if he's usually like this kind of like controlling, this cool guy who is like basically managing everyone, someone who is very fun, very exciting, very charismatic, joking all the time, in your presence he's like shy little boy. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He doesn't know what to do, and he might also even sometimes be rude to you because he's just like, he cannot regulate his emotions sometimes, and he might kind of like switch between being like very romantic, very warm, to being like distant, cold, even rude. But he has feelings for you, and he's trying to kind of like find some sort of balance, some sort of peace in his mind, and this is why he's not reaching out, or he's essentially ignoring you or detaching himself from this connection, because he just wants to feel at peace. He doesn't want to constantly think about you. He doesn't want to stress out about what you're doing, where you're at, if you like him or not. And he doesn't want to, overanalyze every single thing that you're saying to him or texting him. But this is like how he feels. He feels pretty much addicted, and he just feels like sometimes he's overpowered by his emotions. Yeah, because we have Ace of Cups here. He's overpowered. He's trying to control himself. He's trying, but still, it's leaking. Some of his emotional responses are leaking, and like I said, you might see him kind of like being weird when it comes to his body language, but also sometimes through words. Like he might speak in subtext, because subtext kind of like allows him to express himself without being like very open, without being very direct. And he might also speak in subtext, hoping that you will understand some of his secret messages. Yeah, he wants to talk to you. He wants to sit down. He wants to have a clarity talk. He wants to chat. He wants to outline your relationship, like what is it, what is happening, and he wants to know his position in your in your connection. Like, how do you see him? Do you like him or not? But he's also scared of being rejected. Yeah, but he also kind of likes that it's like very vague. He kind of likes that it's like very creative, very emotional. And he feels like also, if you are going to kind of like draw the boundaries, if you are going to have some clarity, some of this like passion and like some of this painful romantic creative inspiration is going to disappear from your relationship. So he's also a little bit scared about that. But also he feels like this can be something long term. Like he feels like you guys can date, actually, like maybe even get married, like he sees you as his long-term partner. He feels like you are, wifey material. He thinks very highly of you.